All right, now we good. So I'm taking this one back. Taking this one back to the first episode. You know what I mean by that? I was just in my bed recording, talking to myself. Um, but I'm gonna start this one off with a, a piece. With a piece, real quick for y'all. Just listen close.
Listen, I tried, Tyler. I really tried. I know you did. There are things about you I like. You're smart, you're funny, you're spectacular. But you're intolerable. You have very serious emotional problems. Deep-seated problems for which you should seek professional help.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I can't do this anymore. I can't.
I'm rewinding for y'all. So that's from Fight Club, my most favorite movie in the whole entire universe. Out of all of the movies, Fight Club happened to be my favorite one. I'm not gonna go into why or anything like that, or I'm not even gonna tell you about Fight Club, but I will recommend it. So go listen to it. Go watch it. There is a scene where two of the main characters are having a discussion, and that's what you were listening to right there. But also, I sampled it for a song called No Way. So I'm gonna play that for you again. Listen close.
Listen, I tried, Tyler. I really tried. I know you did. There are things about you I like. You're smart, you're funny, you're spectacular. But you're intolerable. You have very serious emotional problems. Deep-seated problems for which you should seek professional help.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I can't do this anymore. I can't. I'm gone.
No way I would leave you. No way I could hurt.
That's all you get of that. But I wanted to play that because this is the real Valentine's Day episode, not the one from Monday. This is the real episode for Valentine's Day. We're going to talk about love and stuff. But I'm going to break that part down for you real quick. So I sampled that because it pretty much at the time was summing up what I felt was going on in my past relationship. Pretty much. She's basically rattling off all of the reasons why she actually loves him. She said he's smart, he's funny, he's amazing in bed. That's me. All of that. Um, my ex had liked a lot of things about me. She loved a lot of things about me. One thing she always said is that she loved that I was kind of relentless with the things that I want. I don't give up. I continue. I always try. I was carefree. She loved that I was carefree. She actually said she loved and hated that I was so carefree. Um, but then the lady in the clip, she then goes on to say, "But you know, you have emotional issues, you know." And those I wouldn't necessarily say that I have. I have attachment issues, but those weren't necessarily the reasons why my ex, you know, and I broke up. We all know why that was, but she then goes on to, say his faults, and she says he has deep seated issues. So that's why you got to watch the movie. But, maybe I have some deep seated issues. Who knows? But anyway, I use that in a song called No Way. But that scene to me has just always been pretty powerful because they're basically they're at a diner, like a little cafe, and they're ordering food, and he's like, I need to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. She like, nah, let me talk first. So that's what she basically lets him know. And, they didn't have like a real, my bad. They didn't even have like a real relationship. But, I mean, you got to watch the movie to really understand all that part. But anyway, it was more or less like they were eating. And then she's letting him know, like, hey, dude, like, I like you, but I can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this no more. And he's like, I understand, but and then something happened. And I mean, again, like that's kind of like where I was or am in this situation. It's like I never claimed to be perfect or nothing like that, but I felt like we were still meant to be together. Like even now. So I wasn't even going to talk about this, but now that I am talking, and maybe I'll talk too much, um, I was laying in bed, and then I just had this something happen. I don't remember what it was, but something alerted me to something on Spotify. So what I ended up doing was I went to my ex's playlist. That's what it was. I just wanted to it was something that happened before, I don't remember. It was like a sign or something like that. I saw something came on the TV, something or whatever. But then I was like, I want to listen to this song or whatever. So I went to her playlist, and I had noticed some songs, that she had put on the playlist, and I just started thinking, hmm, are these songs for me? Then I started thinking, are these songs for someone new? Hmm. Then I started thinking, are these just songs, random cool songs that she just put together? And I started thinking, like, I'm really tripping. Yeah. Like, I shouldn't look deeper than what it really was. Like, the reason why I went to her page was because there was a playlist that I had made for her, but I made it under her name. So I wanted to go see something from it. But yeah, so I mean, it took a minute to get over it for real. Like last night, I was kind of tripping because I was just really, I know I kind of like laid that out real quick, but no, I was thinking about it for like all night. And of course, I listened to the song I wanted, then I listened to the songs on her playlist, but it just really put me in a place, you know what I'm saying, where I was just like, dang, if these were for me, then that's beautiful. If they're for somebody else, then that's beautiful too, because, it's what she wants, that's what she needs. Um, so anyway, I wasn't even gonna talk about that, but hey, I'm giving it to you. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. But anyway, what else? So another thing I want to talk about was my other favorite love movie. So Fight Club is my favorite movie of all time, period. Other favorite movie love movie, Forces of Nature. Now, I'm black. I'm really black. I grew up in Oakland, you know, with other black people. Didn't really even grow up with other races. I'm black. I love chicken. No, I don't like to play dominoes. I've seen Brown Sugar. I've seen Love and Basketball. I might want to watch those movies again though, because I was a kid when them things came out. So I need to watch them movies again. I'm gonna put that on my notes. Watch them classic black movies again. I loved them when I watched them as a kid. But I love Forces of Nature, and that's the white people movie. That's whites, the white peoples. But I don't discriminate. I just love a good love story. I know there's The Notebook. I remember watching that with my ex. She put me onto it. I don't fully remember it, but it did give me an idea, which I had talked about before, about basically when she moved, I got a notebook, and then remember I said we used to mail it back and forth with letters, and I wish I could find that thing. But anyway, that's where I got that idea from. Um, but that's not what the notebook was about, so maybe I didn't. It was kind of like a spark. But anyway, forces of nature. So, forces of nature is with Ben Affleck and why the heck and Sandra Bullock. Ben Affleck and Sandra Bullock. Now, they're both supposed to be catching flight somewhere. Sandra Bullock's reason for her flight is kind of mysterious, but she need to get to Georgia, Savannah, I think it is. And Ben Affleck, he needs to get down there because he's about to get married. I think for some reason his wife went first with her family or something like that, and he missed the flight or something like that or whatever. But he needed to get there too. So what ends up happening is they get you know get he gets they both get on the plane, they're ready to go and everything, but then the plane basically you know they can't take off, or they take off and they have to land or something like that. So they go on this wild trip together because they get a rental car. The two, Sandra Bullock and Ben Affleck, they decide to get a rental car together. And I mean, I'm sorry if you haven't seen the movie, it's beautiful. But you can almost guess what happens. You know, two young, attractive people crossing America on a road trip. Well, they wasn't crossing America. They was about to drive. I think it was like a day and a half trip or something like that. That was gonna take for them to get to where they needed to go. I forgot where they started off from. But anyway, they basically, they start going through some stuff. Obviously, on this trip is like a real adventure. So I don't want to say they started falling for each other, but they started falling for each other. And like all this stuff just starts, happening. And the reason why it's called forces of nature is because nature starts taking its course, like the rain and all this kind of stuff starts slowing the trip down, like all just different things start stopping them from getting to what they actually need to get to. So, he's like he wasn't really nervous before, kind of, but he wasn't really tripping. That was the woman he loves. He wanted to get to her for the wedding. But he starts thinking like, man, this is freaking nuts. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna even make it because, or if this must be a sign that I'm not supposed to, marry her because every time we try to get there, something happens. So he's basically in that moment forced to make a decision and like, am I gonna take these signs and like really run with them? Or am I going to fight and do whatever I possibly can to get to this woman that I love? You know what I'm saying? So it's just it was just wild, right? You know what I'm saying? So that just made me think of a scene or a part in my new book. Yeah, because and I'm trying to go to the specific part real quick because I've said this on the podcast before too, but there's been times where I've told my ex like it seems sometimes like the world is trying to stop us. Like there's been times where I was supposed to do stuff like, get to her and pick her up for something, and maybe got a flat tire, or you know something else came up, or like I said, like when I accidentally effed up the car door, that kind of stuff or whatever. It just seemed like the universe used to try to tell me, like, dude, like, you need to just stop. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I'm trying to keep you away. I'm trying to make y'all stop. Um, Let me see. See if I can find it. I don't want to mess y'all up. Let me see. I wish I could do Control F. Do y'all know what Control F does? That's how you find things. And open it right there. Maybe it's a different break. But anyway, that's what Forces of Nature is about, basically. It's about a guy trying to get to a wedding and a woman trying to get to where she's trying to get. And anyway, I can't find it in the manuscript. I'm trying to read it on the phone. It's not coming up. But anyway, so yeah, in my story, I basically lay out a part where I'm basically saying, like, I will fight the universe if that's what's needed. If that's what I need to do, the universe won't even stop me from loving this woman or trying to be with her. I don't care. Forces of nature, forces of evil. If I want it, then that's what I'm gonna do. You know. So I'm just saying that. Hey, that's my favorite movie, and maybe that's might be where it might come from. I'm not gonna tell you what happens in Forces of Nature because you should watch that movie too. Um, does Mr. Ben Affleck go on and get married? Or does he say, you know what? I'm with you right now. We might as well make this rock. And I'll explain to her, like, hey, I know we're supposed to get married, but I found somebody else that I'm really falling for. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you, I cried on that movie. And maybe not for what you might even be imagining, but I cried. hmm I love that movie. I actually watched it probably maybe a year ago. Hadn't seen it since it was new or new on VHS like years ago, maybe like 2000, 2001, maybe even 99, late 99. But it's a good movie. Check that out. Forces of Nature. Does he get married or does he not get married? Only one way to find out. I'm telling you, this is the Valentine's Day. This is all about love. Now, the next one is The Matrix. Now, we all know The Matrix. Trinity and Neo started an amazing love story, right? They fell in love. And it's a part in The Matrix. I don't know. I think it's part two. I don't even remember which one. But anyway, there's a part where Neo gets shot and pretty much dies. Yeah, he dies. And then Trinity comes and she takes her hand and puts it into Neo's body and grabs his heart and basically makes it start beating again. Now, that scene has always been mad beautiful to me. It's just been like amazing. Like just the way it all happened and everything, and to show their love for each other. And it's kind of like a reverse Sleeping Beauty. I mean, obviously, Sleeping Beauty was kissed by a creep in the woods. But you know the story. The poison apple story, all that kind of. Is that Sleeping Beauty? Yes, that's Sleeping Beauty. So what happened on Snow White? No, Snow White is the poison apple. Is it a poison apple on that one too? I don't know. But all I know is, the myth of the sleeping woman and the man comes and saves her and stuff like that or whatever. Um, been joked about, talked about throughout, cinematic history, whatever. But yeah, so in the Matrix, this is a woman coming in, and she does kiss him too, but she puts her hand in there, and like you talk about love, like could anybody have done that? Would anybody have even thought of that unless they were two people who were in love? I don't know. I don't know, but I know that the story of Trinity and Neo is a pretty amazing one. It's a pretty good story. So that's the Matrix. Now, I don't know what else to talk about except for, you know, go get the book, go fall in love with somebody. I'm sorry this one is short. Let me see if I got any messages because I definitely hit some people up. But nobody said anything yet, you know. But anyway, just wanted to still talk to y'all this week. I want you to have an amazing happy Valentine's Day. Um, have fun. It's Friday, and y'all know it's no work on Monday, so y'all got the whole weekend. Y'all got Friday to kick it, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. So y'all better do it big. Yeah, I guess I can go to sleep early tonight. I don't got much more for you. This is probably one of the shortest ones, but hey, I keep telling y'all, call in. Actually, I'm gonna give you the number this time. I'm gonna give you the number this time or whatever. Call in with your stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Cause I got ya. Okay, so 650-564-4579. Hit the line, leave a message. If I'm recording and you know I'm recording, call it and we can talk and have the conversation live. That's it. And that's the same number for when I'm doing the Dippin' Sauce podcast too. Let me know what's good. All right, I'm just keeping y'all for no reason now. It's the Dearly Deep Heart Id podcast. Go check out Fight Club. Go check out Forces of Nature. Did I say a third movie? Am I really tripping right now? Fight Club, Forces of Nature. Oh, tripping. And The Matrix. Watch The Matrix. Good love story. All right. Peace.